Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here again with that map collage book page that we did. Not book page, it's a 12 by 12 sheet, but we used the map book page to make the collage. So this is all kind of vintage things on here. We've got the vintage invoices and what have you, and we've got the maps and things. And this is the last one that we did and we finished off. I love how it looks. It just looks absolutely awesome, doesn't it? Really, really, really love it. But I wanted to do something kind of different with this one. I didn't want to kind of make it look the same. So hopefully we're not going to make it look the same. So I've brought along from that violin book, which I recently showed. So I brought along from the violin book these oval pictures of, you know, these historical figures. Oops, I've now cut straight through her. Well, that's not a good start, is it? So, right, let me pull my glasses down. Hopefully I might do a bit better with my glasses on. So I'm just going to cut round her. Okay. So I just want to cut a couple of these out because I thought we'd definitely, you know, have a couple of these figures, you know, in the ovals. Oops, dotted around on the page. And then, so like that. Okay, so we've got her. I'm just going to cut out this man here. Now, I don't necessarily want to use all of them because, you know, some are more attractive than others. Although, to be fair, they're all okay. None are too terrible. I say that in the nicest possible way. It's just some of those historical figures, you know, obviously they're very solemn looking, aren't they? I mean, none of them really smile and they all look very, very, very serious. So, you know, I'm not saying they're not attractive, but some of them obviously look just a bit more glum than others, don't they? So yeah, I only want to use the ones that kind of look passably, you know, passably okay, not too miserable. He looks very stern actually. Now I've cut him out, I'm kind of like, oh, perhaps I picked a really stern one. So let's just take these two, I think. So we'll have 4, I think would be a good place to start. So let's get rid of this because we don't need all of those. Okie dokie. Right, and then I've got also these again from the violin book. But these are labels, and it says labels used by Italian violin makers. So I'm thinking, again, these would make really nice little details to kind of have dotted around. So I'm just going to cut some of these out, and we would just kind of dot these around. Again, I probably don't need too many. And then, of course, I've got the actual violins themselves. So, I mean, to me, these all look the same. But, I mean, I'm sure they're very different. But, yeah, I mean, to me, obviously very, you know, very ignorant when it comes to violin knowledge, but yeah, they all look the same to me, but who knows? They possibly are very, very different. So I'm just going to cut these down. Now, of course, these are going to be slightly tricky when we come to the... Now, again, I might be showing my ignorance because I'm just going to call this the handle. It might not be a handle. It might be called something completely different to that, but hey, you know, to me, it seems like it's a handle. Now, very tricky around these bits because, of course, you know, we've got all those little things that you tighten and loosen the strings, which are obviously not the best thing for fussy cutting. So I'm going to kind of try and leave them, I think. And then depending on where we actually stick it down will depend on how well we can get away with leaving them, if you see what I mean. So I just cut the, you know, the violin out, which, I mean, obviously the body of the violin is, you know, less tricky to cut out. So, yeah. Okie dokie. Oh, I mean, I so wish that I could play an instrument. Sadly, I can't play anything. I mean, yeah, I couldn't even master the recorder when I was at school. You know, I don't know how other countries do it, but here in the UK, you know, you tend to, yeah, you learn the recorder. Although, I'm now wondering when that is, because actually my daughter has not started learning the recorder. Now, whether or not she would have done, but because of the COVID, it's been put on hold, or perhaps she's not in quite the year that you would normally start it. Not really too sure. Or perhaps they've changed it. Perhaps you no longer do. But certainly when I was at school, you know, everyone just learned to use or learned to play the recorder. And, you know, when I say learned to play, I mean, I could play Three Blind Mice. Pretty much only that line, actually. I couldn't kind of then go into the entire nursery rhyme because, of course, I couldn't really do any of the more advanced lines. Whether or not the rest of the class ever mastered the other part of the rhyme, I'm not really too sure. Oh, no, look what's just happened. Oh dear, I'm going to have to do a repair job just on the fly. So, oh dear. Right. I mean, obviously these pages, I mean, it's weird because they feel like they're quite thick book pages and quite sturdy, but they're actually quite brittle. And of course, once you get cutting them, they don't stand up or don't hold up very well to, you know, if your scissors just happen to kind of land in the wrong place, that's going to tear the paper, if you see what I mean. Or, you know, if you pull it slightly harder than you should in one place, again, that's going to tear the paper. So, yeah, not kind of, not the best. Not robust in any way, shape or form. Now, I'm wondering if this is going to all be a bit too drab, because obviously all of these are just kind of black and white. And now they're landing on the page. I'm like, oh, they all look a bit drab. I hope that they're not going to when I actually do cut them, but, or glue them, come to gluing them down. Well, let's just go with it and we'll see. I mean, hopefully we're going to make it look good and, you know, look attractive. But hey, who knows? Maybe it will just look really rubbish and drab. Right, let's cut these labels down. I do love these labels, I have to say. They really are nice. I don't know whether these are like scanned in labels or, you know, for the purposes of the book. I mean, you know, they're not scanned in by me. But yeah, I don't know whether they're scanned in for the book or, you know, whether this is not how they actually looked in real life. I don't know. But I just thought, you know, I love these kinds of things. So, you know, I thought they would really work well on this collage, to be honest. So, I mean, they have all got slightly different fonts. So I'm thinking this must be pretty much, you know, how they look on the violin. Yeah, I would have loved to have played a musical instrument. I always wanted to play a harp. I know, like of all the instruments. It was because, obviously, I just always thought that was such a feminine and, you know, romantic and just a beautiful, beautiful kind of instrument. I mean, not necessarily even the music, you know, that it played or the sound that came out, but just the appearance of it, to me, it just looked very romantic and very gorgeous and, oh, elegant and, oh, just like beautiful. I mean, to be fair, I do quite like harp music because where I live, I haven't seen her for a long time, but there often used to be a harp player, you know, a harpist, you know, like you get the buskers in the street, which actually, again, I haven't seen them for a long time, whether or not they've been moved on or whether the COVID thing, I'm not sure. But yeah, there often used to be a harpist who would play. And I think I bought one of her CDs actually once because I do really like harp music. It's just very soothing and just very pretty, isn't it? So, yeah, that would have been the instrument I would have liked to have played, you know, when I was young, when I was kind of a child, like fantasizing that I was kind of living in some sort of weird movie. Yeah. Obviously now as an adult, oh, I wish that I could have played like the piano or something because, oh, how lovely would that be? You know, what a really nice skill to have. But yeah, of course. Like I say, I couldn't even master the recorder. So fat chance really of, you know, mastering anything else. Any other kind of instrument. But hey, what an amazing skill. So I know that sometimes I read in the comments and, you know, like when I've said about, you know, not being able to read music, you know, occasionally sometimes someone will comment on what that piece of music, you know, whether it's upside down or something like that, because, you know, people can read music. I mean, I'm always so impressed. So, yeah, like, really, what an amazing skill and talent that you have. You know, that must be so wonderful for you and for your family to be able to kind of then play an instrument, you know. How awesome is that? Just absolutely amazing. So, yeah, lucky, you know, you, if you've kind of, I mean, of course, you know, you dedicated yourself and you've worked hard to get that skill, but that's incredible. So, yeah, good for you. It must be really a wonderful thing for your family to be able to kind of, you know, get you to play something. That's just really great. Right, now I'm going to just take a couple of these labels. Now, again, these are the small ones. And yeah, I'm wondering, do I have any of the large ones kind of laying around? Oh, I should have really printed some more off before coming here. I've got this. I think these are small ones too, but let's just have a look. Thinking we could go with this one somewhere. Okay. Oh, I'm loving how this looks so far. I mean, these are quite drab pictures. Like I say, you know, they're not obviously nice, colourful kind of pictures, but I mean, they do, however, look quite nice, don't they? So, you know, and I want this to just look a little bit different to the other masterboard that we created. So, I mean, that's hopefully, you know, the goal is it's going to look like a completely different kind of thing. Just to sort of demonstrate really that, I mean, because we've used predominantly the same types of colours and we used similar book page and things like that to one another, you know. So I just want to kind of hopefully try and make two very different looking, you know, masterboards now, but using the same basic pieces for the, you know, the basic masterboard, if that makes sense. So obviously now what we're doing is we're cluttering it up with our decorative pieces. But yeah, I mean, hopefully they're going to look then very different to one another, you know, which is then going to be more exciting, isn't it? So, right, so let's just pop that one down. Okay, I just have to be careful that I don't actually wipe that glue, if you see what I mean. I'm dabbing because where that book page is, you know, vintage and, you know, seems quite prone to tearing, if I just wipe that glue, I'm very likely to just tear the book page. So yeah, I just need to be a little bit careful and a bit mindful of that before I just randomly tear through it. So let's just get this one popped down here. Oops, and then we'll have this chap stuck down here. Okay. Okie dokie, yep, like that. And again, might want to put some postage stamps and things like that around as well. So let's just cut out a couple more pieces. So I've got this one here. I mean, the green just looks really good because it's obviously, you know, a good colour match with like some of that map page. So yeah. Okie doke. Oh, it's such a weird day today. I thought autumn was kind of here. And yeah, so I've wrapped up quite a bit. And actually, my feet are now really hot because I've got my socks on, you know, with my kind of footless tights. So yeah, kind of now like got hot feet. The rest of me is fine, actually, like just right. But my feet are just hot in my socks. Okay. Pop that one down there. I mean, some of these label ones, they're blending in quite a lot to the, you know, when they're on the book page, they just kind of are blending in. So I'm thinking actually I should really try and put, like this one here is on the pink. It's going to show up then a bit more, isn't it? You know, so I might try and make sure I put the next one up there somewhere, you know, where it's going to be showing up a bit more. So just pop that down there. Okay, press that. Okay, looking good. Oh, I'm going to have him up there actually, rather than on the map page. Okie dokie, like that. Oh, I love how they're looking, aren't they? Really looking good. Okay, and this one, perhaps we'll have that one there, just coming off that green. Yep. Yeah, they're lovely labels, aren't they? Really, really nice. Okay, and then this violin, I think we'll have kind of like sideways on here. Now this one, I'm wondering if we could have that up there. So going, you know, across from that map page. Oops, like that. And then her kind of beneath there. So just press that one down like that. Okay. Then she's going to go on here. Like that. Right, okay. Let's just take this one Okie dokie. Oops, cut around here. Okay. Well, the sun is in and out like a yo-yo today. It's really strange. Right, okay. So, yeah, I'm going to have this label piece now. Do I want to have a label like here coming out behind her? Shall we have it? Oh, yeah, let's have it that side. So it's just on that map page, I think. Oops. Oh, got just glue coming out everywhere. So, oops. Okay, squish that down. Okay, and then pop her there. Okay, looking good. Right. I'm going to put some vintage postage stamps on here. Now, the vintage postage stamps, obviously, they're another quite good way of adding some colour, aren't they, to this? So, yeah, I think they're quite a nice addition, really. Let's just take that down there. Oh, I might have these bits as well. Okay, yep, right, let's just quickly cut these ones out. I don't want to make it as colourful as the other one because, you know, then it will begin to look like the other one, if you see what I mean. But, yeah, I'm just thinking that the other, you know, the postage stamps, it will kind of just be quite a good way to add a bit, you know, a splash of colour, I think. So that's quite nice on there, I think. So let's just pop that down. Like that. Okay. This might be going to be too bright green. It's, well, turquoise really. It's quite a kind of turquoisey bright colour, isn't it? It might be too much. Who knows? Yeah, might just be going to be too much. But let's see. Oh, it's not too bad actually. I thought it was going to look worse than that. Oh, perhaps we'll have that there. Actually, now I'm thinking perhaps have it here. Yeah, just backtracked there because I suddenly thought, actually, let's have it over this side. Okay, yep. All right, let's take this one. So maybe this one down where I was going to put that other one just now. So, and then we'll have a quick look through and see what nice postage stamps that we've got from that vintage haul that I did, because, you know, we're using things from that vintage haul, aren't we? You know, because obviously there was this big tendency to want to obviously, of course, hoard the things that I had bought. So, yeah, I'm kind of thinking, no, I must not hoard things. I must use them. Actually, now I'm wondering about this here. Perhaps I'll have it there. Yeah, there is this tendency to want to hoard things, and I'm so trying not to. But it's very hard. Very hard, you know. Okay, right, let's just pop this one down here like that. Just dab that glue. Okay. And this one in here. Oh gosh. Had to just try and piece that back together like properly so as I didn't have like the strings not matching up, if you see what I mean. Because my gosh, that would look rubbish, wouldn't it? If we suddenly had a really wonky violin. Ooh, that wouldn't be very good. Right. Okay, let's now do this one. Okay, just cut that down. And then, yeah, we're just going to pull in the postage stamps and just see what postage stamps we might have. Maybe that there, I think. So, yeah, let's just pop this one down here. Definitely we've got a lot less going on this board than we had on that other one. So I might want to add some other bits on here. Oh, do you know, I did have some other labels left, actually. Might just pull those in, you know, the violin labels, because they're really nice, aren't they? And yeah, just, I mean, look, I probably was hoarding this, you know, subconsciously. I was probably trying to hoard this. Why would I want to hoard this? I mean, what use is this? Just these 3 little labels. Might as well just actually not try and hoard them and actually just try and use them. What's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Right. So perhaps we'll have that one there. And then we've got these couple, so just quickly cut these ones down. Like that. You know, I'm now straight away, my mind's thinking, oh, butterfly. I mean, yeah, why am I thinking that? Can't really imagine a butterfly looking great on this, but maybe it's just like force of habit that we just kind of automatically go with what we usually use. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not really sure that a butterfly is quite right. But my mind is wanting to pull one in. So, right, where did I say for this one? Oh no, I didn't. I didn't. Right, let's have that. Oh, maybe we would just have that one. Oh no, it's in a line then with those. I mean, not that it really matters. To be fair, things like being in a line doesn't really matter on a collage, because obviously once we actually cut this up, you know, things are not going to be as they are here, if you see what I mean. You know, it's not going to be in its you know, in its layout that it is here. It's going to obviously look completely different once it's cut up and used. But yeah, I guess, you know, you still can't really go with just something that looks very, very wrong, can you? Because then it's just going to look wrong in my mind, you know, before even cutting it up. Okay, so we've got those. Now, let's bring in those postage stamps. I mean, I am wondering, should I use those other couple of violins? Because, again, you know, what am I keeping them for? Am I just hoarding them for the sake of it? Probably. If I'm truthful, that's probably what I'm doing. Right, so these are the stamps. Now, again, just want to kind of check which stamps might be nice. We've got these brown ones. I mean, I really like these, to be honest. And brown stamps are very handy generally. So, you know, I need to be careful because these would be very handy for any project, really. So I need to make sure that I'm not going to wish I hadn't used them. I mean, oh gosh, what's wrong with me? Look at how many stamps I've got in this book. And I'm worried about using these too, just in case I kind of then think, oh, I shouldn't have used those. Right, we've got those. They're really good. This one is a very good colour. I can't really get to that because it seems to be... Oh, no, that's okay. I thought it was under that red one and I wouldn't be able to get to it, but actually I can. So, again, we could just have this one maybe here. Yeah, maybe there. Let's actually glue these down because... you know, otherwise it's going to be a lot of gluing in a minute. So yeah, let's just glue that one down. I wish this orange stamp wasn't off to its side. I mean, that was obviously not me. That was, you know, that was just how it was placed when I obviously purchased that ephemera. But yeah, I wish it wasn't off to the side because everything else in here is pretty straight. So that just like looks a bit out of place, doesn't it? Like I said, I mean, that wasn't me. That's how it was in its original vintage state. Right, there we go. Did I glue her down? Yeah, I did. Right, okay. I'm thinking an orange stamp down here somewhere would be good. So let's just peel him up. Are these George V? George V? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. That might be Edward VIII, you know. Edward VIII. I think I'm right in saying Edward VIII is the one that abdicated the throne. For Wallace Simpson, I think. Yeah, again, please excuse my very poor knowledge if I'm quoting complete rubbish. Yeah, and feel free to put me straight in the comments below if I have got my facts wrong. Please do feel free. I feel like it was Edward VIII, but yeah, I could be completely wrong. Right. Okay, let's pop this one down here. And then I think this board's nearly done, to be honest. We might just put a bit of lace round Or I might save the lace until after we've cut it into pieces and then put the lace around then. Yeah, not sure. Let's just have a look at this one, because I'm thinking perhaps this down in this area somewhere. It's quite a good colour, isn't it? Kind of just goes with everything quite nicely down here, doesn't it? Okay, yeah. Okay, right. Let's just press that down. Right, I'm hoping that everything is stuck on here properly. I just probably want something here. So let's see, maybe a bigger stamp there. I've got this, ooh, this green one, which is quite big. Could have that somewhere here, couldn't we? Should we do that? Let's do that. Just going to take that little, I don't know what they're called, you know, the stickers for stamps. Like to stick them into the original stamp albums. Yeah. Okay. Right, what do we think? Quite like that. The only other spot that I'm kind of feeling needs maybe another stamp, let me just check everything's, yeah, glued down, is up here, I think. So, and again, I'm not quite sure what colour is calling me. But I'm thinking maybe another long one. What about this one? Let's have a look. So, yeah, what about... Now, do we like it up there or lower? I mean, again, sometimes it's hard to say because until you actually come to use the pieces, you know, when you cut it down, and then let's face it, you know, it's going to be typical, isn't it, that I'll have put it in the wrong place and think, oh, I wish I put it lower down, or if I put it lower down, I think, oh, I wish I put it higher up. So, but let's just go with our instincts and put it up there. Okay, what do we think then? Do we like how that's looking? I think it looks nice, doesn't it? Now, do we want anything else? Obviously, on the last one, we put some ribbon and things down. I didn't really want to kind of do, you know, the real same type things that we did on the last one. So I'm just going to have a look and see. Do we want to put some lace down? Oh, the lace is nice, isn't it? Oh, let's just do that. So I'm just going to put some lace down here. Because the lace does just finish it off, doesn't it? Yeah, it does look good. Right, let's just cut that there. And let's have a little bit of lace maybe over here. And obviously, I mean, I'm just gluing this down and then just like trimming it, you know, trimming it off. Oops, like that. And then let's just cut this down here. I've got one bit here. And then I'll just do this one. Oh, this is a titchy piece of lace now, but never mind. It's all still worth putting on, you know, even if it looks titchy, to be honest. So, yeah, let's just put that there. And obviously, again, you know, if it's not really kind of glued quite 100%, it doesn't matter, because once I've cut this down into pieces, you know, we can always reinforce the lace with some other glue, or, you know, it might be going to have pieces stuck kind of on top of it, in which case, you know, that would kind of help to adhere it anyway. So, right, last piece, absolutely last piece, which I'm kind of thinking perhaps have even sideways on. I know that's kind of weird, but I quite like it like that. Okay, yeah, really liking how that looks now. That lace, it is just like a finishing touch, isn't it? Which, you know, does look really, really good. Right, just having a quick last look and see if there's anything else. I've got these little flowers. I've used these flower trims quite a bit recently, but they're really nice. Oh, that's nice there, isn't it? Okay, let's just really hope that I'm not going to be cutting through this, because I'm not sure how easily that would cut through, and plus it's going to look rubbish if I'm cutting that flower in half. It's just going to lose its identity, isn't it? Okay, I think that's looking pretty much finished. Let's just bring in the other one and compare how they look. I mean, the other one obviously is a lot busier. We've got a lot of stuff going on. This one is much kind of quieter, if that's an expression. So they both look quite different, don't they? Bearing in mind they were both taken from very, very similar masterboards. But hopefully we'll come back and we'll make some, you know, some goodies and some bits from both of them. And yeah, hopefully we'll end up with some really, really nice things. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.